That is fantastic. And it just kind of a new question popped to my head, which is like, if I were to go to an arbitration, I would love to hire you to review the arbitration agreement, because it just like, I feel like I wouldn't even know to think about all these things. Now,
Well, what I really want, honestly, is I want everybody who's a client of mine to get independent legal advice about the participation agreement they're signing, whether it's a mediation agreement, an arbitration agreement, or a parenting coordination agreement. I don't care. I want you to get legal advice.
okay.
And I realize that this comes at a cost and sometimes at some delay, but from my point of view, it's really, really important that you understand all of the things that you and I have talked about, right? That if you're hiring me as an arbitrator, you are going to be bound by the decision that I'm making, right? My arbitration agreement is also my retainer agreement. So I need you to understand my expectations about payment and my ability to withhold my arbitration decision until I do get paid. That's really important. I need you to understand that this is a confidential process, and I want you to understand what you're agreeing to when you say, I will not disclose the content, the documents exchanged in or information obtained through the arbitration process. It's important that you really get that. If there's limitations on your ability to appeal my decision, you need to know what those are. You need to know how to get out of the agreement, right? And so, for somebody who's, completed grade 10 or whatever, I write my arbitration agreements in as close to plain language as I can, right?
Yes.
So they're written so that the average person is going to be able to read and understand my agreement, right? So I'm not worried about your comprehension in terms of understanding the plain meaning of the words. But what's important to me is that you really do understand the legal consequences of the document that you're signing, right? And then from the other side's point of view, they want you to get legal advice about the agreement as well. Because the last thing that the other side wants is to go all the way through the process to have you say, well, I don't think I should be bound by the arbitration agreement because I didn't understand what it meant. Okay, well, that's no good, right? So, yeah, I mean, you can make the decision to just simply hire me if you want, right? But I'm going to ask you to sign a document that says that I advised you of the importance of obtaining independent legal advice, that you had the opportunity to obtain independent legal advice, but you chose not to.
That is really good. I don't want to say advice, recommendations that you have just given us.
Advice. Get independent legal advice. I'm advising you to do that.
I know, I've just been taught to be so careful when I use the word legal advice versus legal information versus legal education. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, yeah. And I just want to wrap this up now. I think this has been an incredible learning session for me. I honestly, I didn't know this about arbitration at all. And I hope that our viewers out there, that they kind of see a little bit more about what arbitration is, because we do have options in addition to court. Just because you're in litigation doesn't mean you have to go through it to the bitter end like we did. And I want to thank you, John-Paul, for being with us today. I am going to provide the links that John-Paul mentioned in the description below, and don't forget as well to check out his channel, because your channel actually is focused on family law.
Yes.
And again, I just want to say that the name is 5 Minute Family Law with John-Paul Boyd QC. So that link will be in the description below again. And thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you everyone for watching. If you are new to our channel, please don't forget to click subscribe and click on the bell as well, because then you'll be notified of our upcoming videos. And we hope to see you at the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks, John-Paul. Bye-bye.